using the iPhone or whatever phone, Dakota, in here. Just kidding. Making fun of Dakota because he doesn't have an iPhone. So we are going to we're going to start using that, and here's why. The iPhone or the phone has a lot more opportunities to move around. I'm just going to keep doing it to mess with Dakota. A lot more movement and just space work. Like if I want to grab a laptop, I can do it. It's just going to be a lot harder to explore the space. If you have some sort of like a stand that you can get or already have, I do that. I mean, they're not expensive at all. You could order one online that you could like for under $20 that you can use and put it in certain spots if you want. Like, but you don't need it. Like in Masterclass, I didn't have one, but I used it. So number one with that is if you're using a phone, there's this angle, obviously, right? And yes, my phone is cracked. And there's this one. Okay? You want to use this one. And here's why. It's going to create more of a wider angle for you. So if we look over, I think it's Alicia's. Where'd you go, Alicia? See, that's an angle right there. In the middle of a scene, Alicia could put down her phone like that. And oh no, that's not Alicia. Okay, who is that in the Nick? Nick, where'd you go, Nick? Hey, that's a move. What Nick just did was a move inside of a scene. That's a move. Like I'm mad right now at Hannah, and I'm like, you know what, Hannah, whatever. And I set it down, and I'm just out of frame. And she's talking to me. Talk to me, Hannah. Go ahead.
I'm logging off.
What? You could put down her phone like that. What?
What?
What did you say?
Hello?
What do you want from me?
That's a move. What Nick just did.
Okay, good. You guys see that? So like the idea of I can choose to literally leave no one on the screen on purpose if it feels right. If you pissed me off enough. Okay? So somebody's got their live going, so make sure all your lives are muted. Okay? I'll check real quick, see who that is. Oh, I think we're good. Oh, no.
I can't even pull up the live.
Good.
No,
Don't,
nice.
because don't do it right now.
Yeah, the line's not working for me either.
I think we went live. Hold on, we'll check that in a second. So right now we're doing this here anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so does everyone understand that you have the power to do things like that? That was a cool accidental move that happened with Nick, but I want everyone to see that. Now pause. Everyone look at Truman. Truman, don't move. Okay? Now Truman is coming from a certain angle that makes him look a certain way and have a certain energy. That's a choice. Okay? We look over at Connor's. Connor, you can see the whole space. Everything that's there behind her. Okay? That's an angle we're going to sort of talk about today. Like all of us, there are so many choices. We're going to just talk about 4 today. That's it. So everybody grab your notebooks real quick. We're going to go through these 4 angles real fast, and then I just want to dive into some scenes. Okay? I'm going to change here. Pulling up what we got, and at some point I might jump over, and I'm going to use one of my camera angles to show you as well. So, we've got the more 2 obvious ones are 2. Okay, 1, wide angle, Connor. That's a wide angle. Wherever she's at, that's the furthest sort of that the camera where you're at and how it is set up, Connor, that you can see, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you've set yourself up in that way. I've lost 2 of you. Bring it back. So that is the wide. Now, you could be all the way back there, Connor, and we'd be able to see your whole space. Right. And it's a wide shot of sort of everything that's going on in your space that we could see and take advantage of. So let's take a moment as a class. Let's look at Connor's screen, okay? Connor's screen. Screens are moving around here. Connor's screen here is this one right here. Well, okay, it keeps moving. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pin it real quick, okay? So everybody who's watching can also see Connor's screen for a second, okay? Connor's screen is right now the spotlight. Everyone can see at, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So look at Connor's screen. Notice Connor's screen. This is Connor's screen for our viewers right here, okay? We've sort of seen that. We realize I want everyone to take a good look at everything in the background, what you see, the lighting that is going on right now, and just sort of let your imagination start to go for a second. Okay? Now, as a class, where could she be? What kind of energy does her space create for us? What do we got?
Like a cabin.
Like a cabin. Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, 1 second. I mute. Hi, Mom here. Okay, cabin. Okay, Mom, if you got something, raise your hand and I'll call on you. Okay, cabin. What else? What else is there? Truman, yeah. Oh, you're muted. Hold on. Unmute yourself, Truman. It's not letting me.
I said it. It reminds me of the bar from Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, great.
Right.
Love that. What energy is that?
Well, normally it's like very upbeat in there.
Okay, cool.
So that's what I would think of, I guess.
Great. So you're being inspired in that way. Awesome. So if you look at her and she's in a scene with you, you could be inspired to be in that type of setting. Or that she is, and be inspired to call her a character that fits that type of character that's in that place, right? Okay. What else do we see? Anything else? Okay.
I mean, you could also get like horror from it too.
Totally.
Like,
100%.
as the glass window in the back, you could see like somebody like peering in the back.
I could totally see that. Totally see that. Right? There's just this, and the lighting is like, it's like lit right there in the front, but the back with the lights coming down, there's just like this ominous sense to it. Right? And there's like, it's so beautiful and so cool looking, but there are so many things she could do within this space. And again, using a phone, she could pick it up and go anywhere. Using an example from last week, Connor was in the bathtub. It's hilarious. Such a great choice, Connor. That's the example of using the space. So if we're going wide angle, whatever space you choose, the wide establishes what kind of space you're in. So I could take the phone with me, and I could go into a space and set up a wide. So I'm going to start my other video here. You guys see the other me? Okay. So watch this. So I'm going to leave a room. And I know you can't hear me because my mute's on over here because it's supposed to be. But we see how I could use that, take it over, create a wide angle that establishes things, shows you what kind of energy and space that is in that kitchen, and you let your mind go into creativity mode and see what you see and use that to make decisions and inform decisions, and especially the person in the scene too. Okay, that's the power of using that wide angle to establish things. And again, I want everybody to figure out how to have a phone next week if we can, because it's going to change the game for you. Because you will then be able to move in the space in ways you were not able to before. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to put you on mute, Mom, because you're just playing in the background, so if you got something, raise your hand. Okay, so that's that. That's wide angle. It establishes, shows us the space, gives us an idea of energy, and inspires character through that. Everyone get that?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, great. Other ones, obvious, close-up. So I sort of went to that when I went over to grab the teacup, right? It's right here on my face. You can see all my emotions. I'm talking right at you because it's important. Like in my masterclass scene, I set it up wide for moments when I was going to put things in the closet. And you got to watch me put things in the closet, and Matt directed me through this. It was so fun to be upset at my partner, be upset at the person in the scene. And then when I got so mad and she really pissed me off and gave me a reason to, I then went back to the phone, picked it up, and brought it close to my face. Well, not first. First, I just came in close, as in like here, right? And then she really pissed me off, and then I was able to come right here and just go, look, if you really want to talk to me, then talk to me. Right? And that changes things. So that's that close. There's like the close and sort of that extreme one within that, okay? That tells a story. Everyone understand that?
Yeah.
We want to use these strategically, okay? And these are the two sort of new ones we haven't talked about. We're going to talk about heroes and villains today, a.k.a. good and bad. That's going to be the theme of our night with our characters. That doesn't mean everyone's a superhero, supervillain. It just means energies, okay? So number one, we've got, again, our wide, then we got our close, then we got our low angle, okay? So, Alicia, you were in class, right, for film? Where'd you go?
Yes, I was.
Do you remember the what the low angle is?
Like it can really be either, depending on like where it is.
Okay.
Like if you're like over something, it can be very evil. Like you're peering down at it, so it's like you're dominant over it. And the hero can also make you look bigger, so that can, like, depending on how you're acting, that can either look like a superhero or somebody very evil.
Absolutely. The idea of it is some sort of, it's just power or drama, right? And how you intensify that is up to you. Whether you're evil or whether you're a hero, both are powerful, but in different ways. That's going to be orchestrated through your emotions, your thought life, and what you do. But the low angle creates that. So to grab an angle, and the lighting in here is not great, but to grab one and come in from here is going to change things. I'm not going to look as good because the lighting's, again. But that versus this, there's a huge difference. Well, hello, Tyler.
Hi, Brian.
There's power to it, right? Like, right off the bat, being from that angle tells a story. And that's what we're doing, guys. It's so fun. We're storytelling as improvisers, and this is why it's important. We're learning to do improv over the internet so that we can create a play on the spot. And so one of the things you have to learn, like in class, we learned how to swipe, how to tap, how to do all that stuff when we were in class, right? And I know you haven't been yet, Elizabeth, right? But these are all ways that we've learned, and I'll teach you how to cut scenes. We're going to get there. This is another way to sort of cut scenes in a sense by showing us different angles, telling stories, and then there's going to be a whole nother way where we cut. How do we cut from different scenes? And we're going to talk about that. Matt talks about this a little in the YouTube video you can see on our YouTube where he and Phoebe are talking about how to do Zoom improv. And it's really cool, and it's what we're moving towards. Everybody knows our play is what we want to do, where we're putting up a play on the spot. That hasn't changed. We're determined to figure out how to do that through online. So we're learning along with you guys and figuring that out, but we're going to. So this is a part of that puzzle. Okay, so that's low angle. Last one here is high angle. High angle. So let's see here. Dakota, you remember what the high angle was?
Yeah, it's basically you come across as like innocent, nice, weak or intimidated, and usually it's kind of from here.
That's right. Okay, so how many of you, let's be honest, have gone to take a photo and gone like this? Raise your hands. Okay, I've done it. Okay, it's because it creates that. It creates that approachability, that softness. Now, there's all kinds of versions of that. Like you said, Dakota, there's that weakness. There's that like that lower position, but there's also just this approachability and this commercial aspect of that angle. Okay, and then there's obviously we got that straight on like we're used to, but that makes a big difference to sort of have it up here looking down. You're now sometimes if you choose to be, this happened in teen class, it made a 5-year-old or a 7-year-old, excuse me, so much more 7. So he was holding it here like this with his eyes up, and the other character had it the opposite, just sort of down looking, and he was in the back in a wide angle playing with a sword because he had that in his room. It was dope. And then he would come in and come close and talk to the young kid right here at that power angle, and the kid's like continuously looking up and in this like really cute establishing thing. And it was obvious even before they talked that Hudson, one of the ones who was playing the kid, was a kid, and Zach was an older, some sort of authority figure in his life, purely based on the angle. So the cool part about this for improv is before even speaking, you have the ability, it's a lot like space work, to tell the other person who you are in the story. Does everybody follow that? Okay, let's talk questions on that really quick. Does anybody have questions on that? Nope. Okay, great. So here's what we'll do. We are going to just jump into some scenes, okay? I want us to think through different angles. As far as computers go, is anybody's computer stuck to like a table, not a laptop?
Nope.
Okay, so I want those people to realize just what you just did there made it perfect, Elizabeth. Like just going, literally, you just adjust. So if I want the other angle, I move the screen a little bit, and I move myself into screen, sort of. And that's a part of the scene. Like, if during a scene you want to change angles, great. For a reason, cool. I went out there. I could do that in the middle of the scene. In the beginning, Nick accidentally just put his phone down. I could do that in the middle of the scene and yell off. Like, that can happen. Hannah, yeah.
My live still hasn't started.
What? Well, it's just...
I see it.
Back out and then go back in. That's what I did for mine, and then it started.
Yeah, do that thing.
So like go to the previous page and then like go back in.
Do that thing.
Or like go through the email and like try and reuse the link.
Yeah, that
And then
thing.
you shouldn't have to sign back.
If you go straight to if you go to their YouTube channel, it's there too.
Facts.
Okay, yeah, that one's not pulling up. I'll just pull it up through YouTube. Hold on.
Should be like live right now, happening this second at the Deering Acting Studio.
Live at the Deering Acting Studio.
We need a voiceover like that. That'd be sick.
Acting Studio.
I'm gonna get rid of this video guy. Say bye bye to me.
Sorry.
Okay, so we're gonna start off some scenes. We're just gonna test some of this, explore. I want you guys to be watching and sort of learning from each other in this way. And we'll do parts of little scenes, but really it's about exploring the angles. And next week, we're gonna hit the ground running. So for those in script class, what you're doing next week, they got their scripts. They're gonna practice angles. They're gonna rehearse. And next week, they're gonna be ready to just dive in and use the phone. I expect the same from you. Except we don't have a partner we're rehearsing with. We're practicing ourselves. You're doing it in different areas. So my recommendation would be to imagine there's someone on the other side of the call and treat it like a monologue. Where there's a scene going on, there's someone on the other end talking, you're listening, and you're moving around the room, testing things and trying things and exploring. So the next week, you know what you have to work with. Some of us are limited to one room that we're in. Others have an entire house to work with. Others have 2 rooms of an apartment. Like, what do you have and how can you use it to your advantage within all of these 4 angles we learned today? Cool? You guys ready to do some improv?
Yeah.
All right. All right. You guys are like low energy tonight. I don't know what's going on, but it's like bringing me down, man. Hey, that's better. Look at that.
Cold
Wait,
cuts?
that's better. That's better. Okay, cool. So I'm going to send you guys over to the live, and we'll get started with our scenes here. I will start off here. Mom will keep you in here. And I'll keep one other person. I'm going to surprise them with who it is. You don't even going to know. You don't even going to know? You're not even going to know.
Don't even gonna know.
That's a new thing. Use it. Use it, do it. It was
No.
totally on purpose. 100%.
Don't not gonna know.
Is that what the cool kids say?
100%. Every one
That's
of
what
them.
they say on TikToks or whatever.
Every one of them. Hey,
Yeah.
you would know, dude. You're cool. So, right? Oh, you're gone. So now you can't even respond.
Well,
You know, I wish I did that on purpose because that would have been pretty cool if I had done that. I didn't. Okay. All right. Dakota, you and Alicia are going together. Okay, great. Nick, we're going to start with you.
Okay.
And Vicky.
Well, my tripod just broke, so
Perfect.
I'm not going to use it, I guess.
So don't use that, and we'll use what we got. Hold on 1 second here. I got superpowers. All right, you there, Mom?
Well, I think so. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I absolutely can. That's awesome. Okay, great. So,
But I was wondering, what was the wide angle again? Because I was trying to talk to you, but I couldn't.
wide is establishing sort of that space, and it just isn't close. So right now, you're pretty close to a close angle. Like, it
I'm
technically
like, this is a close one.
that'd be like technically that'd be super close. That'd be I'm forgetting the name of it, but let's
That's
just
okay. I just have a little teeny box at the top to look at, so
so
that's
don't
why I'm having.
so with that then
You're
you s-
all over the screen. You're big, and I'm just a teeny box.
Nick or me?
You are. I
Oh.
don't see Nick at all. Now
don't
I
see-
see Deering Acting Studio.
Okay, swipe
I'm
right
in the little teeny box in the corner.
on your computer.
No, I'm using my phone
Oh, great.
tonight for the
Yeah, swipe to the right.
swipe to the right.
Swipe
Oh,
to
we
the
did
right.
this last time.
Yeah.
Done speaking? No. How'd it work? I lost you.
Hold on one sec. You swiped left, so swipe the other way.
No, I swiped right. Oh, I have you turn long ways. Maybe that's why.
Oh, that's probably why. Yeah.
Okay, so let me do this. Okay, there we go. Now swipe right. Gosh, you know what? I'm so frustrated right
It's
now.
okay. There you are. You're back.
This is ridiculous.
You're back.
Now
isn't
I
it?
have Fearing Acting Studio, but I don't see anything.
Yeah, I did that on purpose so that you'd see Nick. Do you see Nick?
I see no one.
Okay. Hold on. Stay there. Go back to where you were. This is what we all have our
It
own
says-
stuff. Okay. So here's the
It
deal.
says the host has asked you to start your video. I
So
hit
say
okay?
yes. Yep.
Okay.
Boom. You're back. Do you see Nick?
Okay. No.
Okay.
But
Hold
I,
on.
I
Check,
can see him on that other thing,
Hold
the
on.
computer.
check this out. Hold on. Do you see Nick now?
Yeah, hi.
There we go.
I don't see me.
Good. You don't need to see you.
Okay,
Not right
perfect.
now. I'll unspotlight it when I want to. Okay. So you just need to see Nick. And I want to stop for a second because we're going to be talking with Matt tomorrow on Mornings with Matt. So everybody watching, check out my mom. She's going to be talking with Matt. It's going to be so cool about just some of the growth she's had over this past few months and just being in this class and the changes it's made for her. But I know technology is a struggle. Okay. So don't let yourself get frustrated with it. Let me ask you a question. Hey, Nick, are you mad that she isn't that it's not working? We had to take a second?
Not at all.
Because you look super pissed, obviously.
What?
No, I'm kidding. You don't at all. You don't at all. So remember
thanks,
that.
Nick.
Okay, so remember that. So it's a self-thought you're putting in. I want everyone to realize this. We do this to ourselves in different areas and different things. So right now, you're doing that to yourself with technology. Okay? Let me ask you one more question before we start our scenes.
Okay.
Are you better at it today than you were when you started?
Well, yeah, because I was able to get on without calling you 20 times.
That's right. And if you remember your very first week, you couldn't even get on.
No, I didn't.
Right. We
That
called,
really upset me.
we tried, well, right. But we're all about progression here. That's not just with acting. So instead, keep practicing, keep getting better at it. And each week it's going to get better for you. But this is a challenge for you because it's a different space that you've never had to use before. So COVID, this whole experience has put us all online in a format that you've never had to do before. You figured out FaceTime, right? We FaceTime. You already figured that out before this. But it was a process. I remember how frustrated you were with FaceTime, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And now you do it with ease, okay? So now this...
Well, I wouldn't say with ease,
okay,
but
well,
I'm getting better.
it's getting better. So that's what I want you to
Don't buff me up
focus
too
on.
much. This group will say, what the heck?
Well, that's what I want you to focus on. And the point was for everybody at home, that's what I want them to realize for whatever it is in their life. So for you right now, it's technology. But here's the deal. If you're frustrated, if you're tense, you cannot do improv properly. You cannot do life properly because all this tension, all this stress is there. And I'm speaking from a place of I'm in the same boat. Not with technology as much, but there are things that do that to me. And I'll get stressed, and then I'm not relaxed, and then I don't teach at my best, and I don't speak at my best. The last 2 chapels I've done have been way better because even though things were going wrong, I just relaxed. I took control over what I could. I'm getting better each week, and they're getting better. So I get excited about that and how I can grow each week in that area. But I've had weeks, and I'm sure as students, you felt it, where I came in and I was stressy. I'm sure. And because I feel it. And when I do that, I cannot teach at the highest level that I could teach. And so I had to have this talk for you and for everybody to realize when we have that, we can't perform at our best. We can't live at our best. So release all that. We're going to have a great scene here together and work on this together, okay?
I just, you know me, I don't like to, bring other people down and waste their time and such,
Again.
They're all good and I'm just starting, so.
Don't put that in your head. Because you're not.
It's gone.
Good. All right. Okie dokie.
Sweet. No.
Sweet. Love it. Okay, here we go. So let's start out. We're going to go... Nick, we're going to go with... What kind of character do you want to be?
maybe like a submissive husband or boyfriend type.
Okay, so which angle would you go with?
Probably the high angle, like this, right? Or is that
Okay.
the low angle?
That's the high one. That's the high one. You're right. And it doesn't have to be crazy high. So you can just bring it up a little. It doesn't have to be that high and closer. Now up a little. Okay, down a little. Okay, good. You just became so much more submissive. The way you're I'm serious. The way you're looking at it, because the camera's further away from you, there's like a naivety to it in a sense. You've changed. Great. That's who you are. Okay? Okay, Mom. We're on the phone too,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Opposite. Come a little lower. Okay, a little more up. You want to be close still. Okay, good. Yes. Now just look straight ahead for a second. Just stay in this frame. Can you feel already how she's making you feel, Nick?
Yep.
I don't know what Nick did wrong. He's your husband. He did something wrong. Here we go. Action.
Hey, Susan, I got the clams. I didn't know half of them were dead. Okay, so I'm sorry if I ruined dinner, okay?
Honey, this is the third time I have asked you to do something for the big dinner parties that we've been holding. And what happened?
I know, sweetheart, but we're having these dinner parties. You're having one every week, and I'm trying so hard. Like last week, you wanted the clams, and you wanted ribs, and this and that, and I got to drive 3 hours just to get them, so I'm not really, you got to just help me out a little bit here.
Sweetheart? You're calling me sweetheart? I mean, you can't drive 3 hours.
Good.
For
Pause.
the love of your
Just,
life?
Mom, just go. Sweetheart, you're calling me sweetheart. That was brilliant.
Sweetheart? You're calling me sweetheart?
Bring it in a
I'm
little,
sorry.
Nick. You can bring the camera a little closer, Nick.
Oh.
So you give yourself a rest.
Okay. Can you do sweetheart again? I lost track
Yeah,
of
it's
where I
okay.
was.
Go ahead, Mom. Sweetheart.
Sweetheart? You're calling me sweetheart?
I don't know, honey, I try to put a little bit of a loving edge on it, just try to be more husbandly.
Loving edge? Husbandly? If you were that, you would have got me the clams that I needed for the dinner party tonight.
Good. Now
I know.
wait. Let her say that. Say that, Mom.
Loving? Husbandly? If you were that, you would have got me the clams I needed for the dinner party tonight.
Now just set the phone down. Now go over and start doing stuff in the room. We won't know what. Okay. You can leave the phone there. Leave the phone there, Mom. Leave it there. You'll go back for it when he makes you mad or makes you want to. Nick, go.
Susan, can you come back? I mean, at least we can do is have a face-to-face. I mean, I know I can't be there, but, Susan?
Didn't
You
work?
there?
Yeah, try something else.
Okay, well, you know what? This is going to be a lot easier since I'm not looking at you right now, but I've become a different man, okay? I've changed over the last 5 years. I need you to start respecting me a little bit more. You understand that? Susan? Hi. Did you hear what I said? Susan? I'm not going to put up with this. Okay. Well, I guess I'll wait for you to finish eating your beefaroni or whatever it is that you're so good at cooking.
Well, if you would have brought the clams for the dinner party tonight, I wouldn't have had to whip up something that I had already made in the refrigerator.
Okay,
would I?
good. I'll cut it there. Awesome. Hey, okay. Good job, guys. All right, give me 1 second here. Gonna make a quick adjustment. Okay. All right. So, good. Did you feel, Nick, the change when you made a decision to stand up for yourself and switch the angle?
Mhm.
We felt it. Like it changed everything for you. And it wasn't like a boom, I'm all of a sudden a man. He was just slowly starting to make the decision. He wasn't then just this powerhouse. There was still a little weakness to him, but he's just deciding to start to rise up and do something about it, right? Okay?
Right.
Mom, when you put the phone down and went to do stuff, you gave yourself the opportunity, you gave Nick the gift to start to feel something towards you, to tell a story. You're still listening, you're still being active. So then when you come back in, you want to go where it is now. So the clams no longer matter. What matters now, and here's why. What just happened? What did Nick just do?
Well, he tried to tell me that he loved me and that he was really trying and such. So I probably should have come back in and
What?
I didn't have a cocktail or something. I was going to offer him a cocktail, but then I thought I don't have anything in this room I'm in. So
Okay,
I went with just pretending to eat a cake.
Could you still hear him?
When I had the phone upside down, unfortunately, so I could hear him, but I couldn't see him.
But you could hear everything he said.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't lovingly. That's what I want you to pick up.
He was mad. Oh, you're right. No, it wasn't. You're right. He was mad at me. He was the opposite.
He decided to stand up for himself to you.
You're right. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
That's why I came in and was gonna sit there mad and eat my cake.
I loved that. I loved that choice. So then just don't change and bring it back to the clams, because now it's about, because I saw Nick sweat a little. I saw Nick's character go, I'm standing up for myself and you're not saying anything. Oh, crap. What have I done?
Okay.
I never stood up for myself. This is not what I hoped it would be. Oh, like, so then when you do say something, it's directed at that. It's directed at how do I belittle him again? How do I get him back into, because there's plenty of people who've tried to get out of their shell, who've tried to get out of this position, but then they get stuck back in it because somebody else bullies them back into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And that's what you were doing.
I got it. I remember from another class where I was supposed to do that. So
good.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Good work, guys. Oh,
Thanks.
That was awesome.
That was good, Nick. Thanks for being patient with me.
Good work. Okay. All right, sending you guys out to the live.
Now I just turned my phone off, right?
Right, you switch over to the YouTube. If you have any questions, you can shoot over a call. We'll help you out.
Okay.
All right, we're going to jump over here to Dakota and Alicia. Dakota and Alicia. So these two were in our script class. Okay. So they've gone over some of these angles. Hello, Alicia.
Hello.
Okay. Just waiting over Foe. Did he come in? It's joining. Dakota's takes a second to join. He'll get to watch this in the live. It's because it's an Android. I'm just messing with him. You get it because you're on the troop.
Yes.
Okay. So here's what I want. I'll start with you. Okay? We've talked about angles. We've worked different things, but you guys already did that. Okay? You guys went through some of that. So I'm going to throw a challenge your way. I'm going to give you nothing.
Okay.
You're both going to pick whatever your angle is, notice the other person, and figure out from those angles what's the energy of the where these characters are at, and let's figure out how to just start from here, giving a strong initiation, which was sort of our theme 2 weeks ago. Initiate, 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 right? Give a strong initiation that tells us who we are. So part of that initiation is you, like, doing the angle, but another part will be one of you going, like, here's who we are. So let me check on it 1 second. Joining, Dakota. George is joining. Trying the other. Why are there two of you, Dakota? There's two Dakota Georges, and they're both joining. Hey, one of the joins joined.
I joined in right as soon as he said, because it's an Android.
Hey, you heard it, huh? Okay, good. Good. That makes me happy inside. Did you hear about the just going with it?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Challenge yourselves. Use the angle to try and establish. Then one of you will make a strong initiating statement.
Like, all I'm saying, Mr. Peterson, is that just because we're in like this new format doesn't mean that we can't have friendly debates about the topics we discuss in class.
Okay. You're right. You're so right. But that doesn't mean that you can call a student another name. And a rude one at that.
She was a flat earther. I don't take well to people who are flat earthers. So I was just calling her out for her incredibly ridiculous behavior, and you should be supportive of that.
Pause. Do you have a desk in your room or wherever you are, Dakota?
No, I do not.
Do you have something to go set it on where you could sit somewhere?
No.
Okay, cool. That's okay. Don't worry about it then. Don't worry about it. Here's what I was going to do here. So this is getting you to think about next week, just having things around, right? I want you to do something right now. So it doesn't need to be this. This was just what came to my mind as a teacher. He could be going through his grade book right now while he's also talking to her. So you can see me, right?
Yeah.
So for example, right? You're talking to me. Go ahead and Alicia, say that to me again. Just something you just said to him.
Well, I just think you should be supportive of me calling out ridiculous behavior in your class.
Supportive. I should support you being rude to other children?
I wasn't being rude. I was just telling her that she was wrong.
So you see, like, I gave her my attention when I needed to, and then when I didn't have to be staring at her, I didn't. So, like, that's where the small things can come in. Now, she's continuing to stare because she's creepy.
So then how about this? Better, worse?
What are you doing right now?
I'm just sitting on my bed. I have him propped up against my blankets.
What do you have in your room that you could actively do with?
Notebook right next to me.
Boom! Oh, great. Okay? So when it's right, you look at her and you deal with her and give her all of your attention. When it's not, be like writing in your notebook, maybe even stuff that she's saying so that you could reference it back when you talk to her parents or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, continue. Let's go ahead and take it from the top. It can change up a bit. Same energy, though. Same characters.
Okay.
You should come closer.
Is that better?
It's still better, but I just want to see your face, like, entirely. It's such a nice face.
How about that?
It's better. I just don't think you get what I'm going through right now.
I think you're overreacting to the situation.
I just think you're not really absorbing what I'm saying.
So, just to get all the facts straight, you're upset that I ate the last shrimp tacos in the fridge.
Yeah. That was a weird thing to do.
You're overreacting.
I clean that fridge every single day. And you are just disrespecting its space.
I was hungry, so I went in there and I got the shrimp tacos out.
That I perfectly placed next to the Gatorade.
Grab your phone, Dakota. Bring it closer. Yeah. I see you getting upset, so grab it.
Food!
The Gatorade is lonely now.
Just put the eggs with it.
The eggs go with the toast. You just don't get my mind.
Why did you put toast in the fridge?
Good. Yeah, so be patient. She goes, you don't get my mind. Now that's important, right? Because we don't fully understand a relationship now because it's a different, same characters but different relationship. Now I want to understand why don't I get her mind? Is she your girlfriend and you just don't get her? Like what is the deal here, right? Okay. Do you see the difference now, Dakota?
Mhm.
Do you feel it?
Yeah.
It's natural. It's truthful. And when you watch back, you'll see you all of a sudden becomes more believable that you're in this FaceTime type setting where you would have a fight or would deal with something, because I don't know about you. I've never been on a FaceTime where I stared at the screen the whole time and just talked to him. Hasn't happened once. I'll set it down for a second. I'll go do something in the kitchen. I'm still listening. And if they say something that pulls my attention, this happened the other day. Someone's talking to me and they're like, "Hey, Brian, how are you?" And I'm in the kitchen. I went over to the phone that I put over like further at the edge of the kitchen, came close to it, stopped what I was doing. I was like, "I'm really good. Here's what's up." Da-da-da-da. I started talking, walking towards the phone. Then I spoke into it, and then I went back to what I was doing. That's the reality of where we're at. So I want you to explore those things. Now, I loved your angle there, Alicia. Like, it told so much about you. You were like, again, this just crazy type of character that has a certain energy to you, and it was clear the type of person you were. And you see there, we played two different types of that. One was the student, and one was we didn't quite get there, but something different, but the same energy. And that's that power of, and it happened because Dakota dropped something different on you, right? You were expecting it to be something, and then you just changed. You kept the energy and said, cool, now I'm this. That's a great lesson for everybody in improv, because that's going to happen in scenes. Okay, good job, guys. Awesome. Okay, good work. All right, moving to our next two here. We are going to bring in, let's do Hannah and Truman. Hannah and Truman.
Okay.
Power of it happened because... All right, guys, what's up?
Hello.
What's up?
All right, so let us begin here. Yours is a computer, right, Hannah?
Yes.
Your lighting's great. You worked on it, huh?
No.
No, it just looks, it looks different than last week.
Oh, I was underneath. I was in my bed.
Ah, okay, cool.
So yeah, there's like different lighting.
So,
Yeah.
for improv, you get to use all that to your advantage. So, today it's a laptop, but where can you take it? How can you use it? And the two angles, again, are the lower angle and the upper angle there, right?
Yeah.
Okay? So,
Close
we're
up, right?
gonna put, let's see. Because it's a laptop, you're going to have it low coming up at you, okay? So let's create that. Bring it down
Like
a
that?
teeny bit. Yeah, bring it down a teeny bit. Just a teeny bit. Okay.
Like up or down? Because
Yeah.
that's as far as it'll go.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay.
Alright.
Now come in a little closer and stare out. Stare out to the distance, yeah. Yeah, there's something to that. Cool, now look right at the camera. You have both options. Realize that. Okay, there's power in both. Okay, Truman. We're gonna go, yeah, upper angle. I can see Truman's already got a character in his mind here from the angle itself. Do you see that, Hannah?
Yeah.
So he's clearly got something there. Don't know what it is because both of you have been doing improv. You understand improv. Let's see what it becomes. Keep those angles. Feel free to move them around and move around the room and explore. I'll coach you through some of that as we go. But let's rock it. Okay? One of us will start with an initiating statement. We want to know who you are to each other and what's happening. Round of applause from home.
Big sister,
Hey.
I think I'm in love.
With who?
Her name is Jessica.
Oh, is she in your grade?
Yeah, we played hopscotch together.
That's cute.
Yeah, she's really pretty.
Do you know her favorite color?
I don't.
Get serious, Hannah. That's the most important thing in the world.
You know what I told you? That's the most important thing in the world.
I know. I didn't ask yet.
Why didn't
I
you?
thought I should get to know her better, not just her favorite color.
Did you at least get her birthday?
Yeah, it's June 15th, I think. But I like.
Say what you're
I
thinking,
know-
Hannah. You think or you know? Like I see where you're at. Say it. You're
Okay.
picking on this kid now. So here was my issue. Okay, from that angle, you are intense, right?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, and then I did.
And you realized it. You realized it. So you got to do one of the two things. If he changes, you change. Change, bring it down, be joyful, and that's cool. So you just adjust the computer a little, and you thought your ex-boyfriend was calling, and instead it was him, and you're like, oh, it's so good to hear you. I thought it was going to be him. And now we see the angle change because your energy changed. Cool.
Yeah.
But if you stay there, there's this like power that has to come with it, and technically you could still be joyful from there because you're in a power position as the sister, you know. But I felt you teetering between whether or not you could do both. Okay, so it's just you have to choose one or the other. That's all. So you could stay joyful, and you're the authority figure because you're an older sister. That angle sets you up to be authority. That's cool. You can be a nice authority. You don't have to be mean. But you were teetering in between the line, and probably because we're just learning that angle. Like, I don't know what works or doesn't work.
Yeah, I took a second because I didn't know. I feel like I always go the crazy route. Don't know if that has to say something about my personality.
No, you're just you're super creative. Your brain goes into all kinds of crazy ideas that you can play with, and that's what makes you such a fun improviser, right? So your brain didn't go there first. Your brain went to, so then just go where it goes. I love that. So what happened was you're like, wait, I'm supposed to be intense. So the hero angle here is for both heroes and villains. You're also a hero.
I was gonna get upset on her horoscope and be like, oh my gosh, you can't associate with Geminis.
Okay, you could do that totally, and you can also do it in love and not break character there. So I can go like, oh well, let me just give you a little advice. I just want to make sure that you're set up for success. He's like, of course, you know, and then your advice is terrible, like it's awful. All right, well, just make sure that her sign's a Gemini. Like, make sure that's the case.
Yeah.
And he's like, a Gemini. Like, and now we've set it up for this like funny thing that can happen, but we can't just change personalities. That's it, right? So this is the cool part. That's why we're learning this angle. Okay, it doesn't mean villain. It just means power. Power doesn't mean bad necessarily. Like if you watch a superhero movie, there's some sort of angle where it's down on the ground and you see their body and it's just like power, right? So this sort of power said, I am your older sibling, you are my younger sibling. I can still be joyful from that place and give you advice. That's a power position. Follow that?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's see here. Okay, let's do one more little bit. We'll start again from the top. Tell her about the girl. We'll just do a few minutes here before we go to the next scene.
Okay. Big sister.
Yeah.
I think I'm in love.
With who?
Her name's Carly.
Exciting. Don't you think you're a little young?
No, I'm in the 3rd grade. I'm a big boy.
Okay. Does mom know?
Well, not yet because we're not dating, but I was just giving it.
You know how she was with my last relationship, and I'm almost 18.
Well, yeah, but I'm just the favorite child, so.
Yeah, sure you are.
Mom just loves me more.
Yeah.
But we met while playing Foursquare, and she kept hitting the ball to me, and I would hit it back to her.
Exciting. Wow, she sounds like a good one.
She's perfect. What should I get her?
I don't know. You could get her a pitchfork. You know, first impressions. Her parents would love that.
A pitchfork?
Yeah, like little farmers. They have those. Sometimes they chase people with it. Don't you like to play tag?
Not with weapons.
Good. Okay, so we feel that difference.
Yeah, sorry.
So no, don't be sorry. Take it as a lesson. Take it as a lesson. Same thing I said to my mom in the beginning. Don't apologize for these things. Learn from them. Keep getting better. Right? So you had a perfectly good scene without being weird. So he pulled up some things about being the favorite child, and that kind of upset you. So then, honestly, you gave him bad advice on purpose, I feel like.
Yeah.
Which was bitter and mean, but kind of fit who you were. It worked, right? So now we're using the angles to our advantage, and we're not going away from character. So good work, both of you. And Truman, way to go. I love the character. Good.
Thank you.
All right. Gonna bring in next two. We're gonna do Tyler and Elizabeth. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Was bitter and mean.
Bye-bye.
Kind of fit who you were. It worked.
All right, hold on,
So
my
now we're
bad.
using the angles
You're bad. Tyler, this is definitely
Oh my
you're
God,
bad. Okay?
Brian, stop.
Like Tyler. Come on.
You're embarrassing me.
Wow,
Okay, I'm
Tyler.
in.
You know what?
Wow,
You know what, Tyler? Don't make me come over there.
No. Not again. Not like last time.
All right. Okay, so let's talk angles here. You're both on. Are you on a phone, Tyler? Yeah. Or is it
I'm on a
computer?
laptop.
Laptop? Same.
Yeah.
Laptop with a tripod. Whoop, whoop.
Hey. Okay. Cool. Show me the space real quick that you're both in, so I can just kind of see what we have to work with here. Okay. Cool. Show me yours again, Tyler.
Just a bedroom.
Yeah, but show me.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, cool. So there's all kinds of stuff that we can use to our advantage within this space also, not just for the angles, okay? So, let's see. Okay, I got an idea. Tyler, go grab your, go buy your piano, okay?
Okay.
So go sit on the ground, set up your laptop where you can see you really well, okay?
Let's
I'm
see.
going to really mess with you here, and I just want you to go with it, okay?
I love it.
Okay, I want you to go find a way to just, like, teenage out on your bed like you're talking to your boy crush. Okay?
You want me to?
No, you're good. Keep doing, get your setup, Tyler. So, Elizabeth, go find a way to just sort of like, I don't know, like chill it out where you're like holding the phone out, but you know, like where they're kicking their legs, like, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know how to describe it besides that, and it's probably a terrible way to describe it. Yeah, okay. And you don't have to kick your legs, but that was the angle. That's what I'm talking about, okay? So she's like kicking her legs. She's like, this is weird. Why am I doing this? The point here was already that tells us a story. This thing's going crazy. Hold on 1 second. Why won't Grandma's 90th birthday disappear?
I was wondering that.
I can't get it to go away. I cannot. Like, I've 3 times deleted it, and it just keeps showing up. Like, it just keeps doing it. Hold on. I'm going to try it one more time. This will be the end of trying. All right. Okay. So, by doing that, Elizabeth, you've already told us something.
Okay.
You're already exploring something now. Okay? And so, at some points, she'll probably do something like this to create a little bit of a glamour angle for him. But right now, it's like, sort of like she set herself, she probably planned this perfectly to be at this angle. Right? Okay? Tyler.
Yes.
Set yourself up. Yeah, this is good. Putting out a Kleenex box. That is perfect. Oh my gosh. It is on a Kleenex box. Is it plugged in?
Yeah, it's working.
Perfect. Okay. This is the girlfriend, your girlfriend in high school. Okay. All right. You're starting at a wide, but we're going to go other angles too. You know what the two are. Okay. The low angle, again, is the powerful position. I'm just trying to like be a little more, it's like not even intimidating, but strength, show you strength. And the high angle is that innocent sort of like softer side. So you might come at high angle to like make her feel like a really soft thing. For now, you're at a wide, which I really like. Bring it down a teeny bit because I like seeing the piano, just a teeny bit. It doesn't have to be too much.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Love it. Okay. So you brought her on the phone. She doesn't know why. You're going to improvise a little song for her on the spot. Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay. I love that Tyler just says yes to stuff. And just explore and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
And action.
All right, baby. So I know we haven't been able to see each other.
Let her deal with that.
So-
Perfect. Let her deal with that.
I know. I mean, it's just been kind of lonely. It's just me and the cats, and I miss you.
God, I miss the cats. I know I miss you too. But I thought if I wrote you a song, it might make you feel a little bit better about our time apart.
A song for
I
me?
wrote you a song.
Well, don't let me stop you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, ready? All right, baby. This is all for you. I guess it's not working right now. I might have to improvise even more. Oh, there we go. We got a little tune.
I love it already.
All right, this is all for you. You're the only thing on my mind.
Okay.
God, I just get so nervous around you. I don't know how to perform it.
It has a very abstract taste, but
Good. What does that mean, Tyler? What does that mean, what she just said?
Abstract?
Yeah. No, the way she said it.
Unique, but she doesn't want to hurt my feelings saying it's bad.
Could you feel that as a character?
Uh-huh.
So what would you say if you were hurt? How would you handle it?
If I was her?
Yeah, he's embarrassed, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't even gotten to sing it yet.
Right.
Okay? She actually probably wants you to, but also is like, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, which is an honest reaction, which was great. Great, Elizabeth. Okay? So now, Tyler, how does he handle that? Change angles. Go grab your laptop. This was stupid. Just say it. Say it while you do it. So go back, put it back, put it back, put it back. Okay?
Okay.
Say that again, Elizabeth, and when she does, you worked on this, and it's just not working. You're nervous. She says that. You feel it. You just go grab the laptop. This is stupid.
I'm sorry. I just seem to get so nervous when I'm trying to play this for you.
no, baby, that was great. Really abstract. I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's abstract.
That's what I just said. I mean, I take it as a compliment. You know, a lot of artists are abstract. Picasso.
But those artists actually practice. They do their thing. You know, this is a dream of mine. I know when you say abstract, I know you well enough that you don't mean in a good way.
Well, I mean, if we're going to talk that way, let me tell you something. Every time I show you one of my comics or one of my drawings, you say it's abstract. So now the tables have turned.
I say that because it's a literal abstract drawing.
Supposed to be abstract. They're supposed to be unique. Now, unique to you can mean two different things, but to me, it's a personal flair, and abstract is so 2000s.
2000. So you think I'm outdated?
If the boot fits, if it's an abstract boot and it fits your abstract foot, then yes.
Elizabeth, you have been doing this since the very beginning. All I do is try to please you and write new things and be creative. And you know I'm trying to go after this, and you just say,
Go
"Oh
back.
my God,
Too
it's
much.
abstract."
Yeah, good.
Okay, well, you know what? That's fine. But let me tell you something. Abigail, yeah, my best friend that you used to date, had the exact song in her phone. So explain that to me. Explain it to me. Because I'd really love to know.
Well, it's because I didn't get to the lyrics. The bass line is the same, but the words are different. Instead of Abigail, I'll just say Elizabeth.
So I'm recycle? That's what I am to you? Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. Recycle trash. Well, you know what? I lied about our anniversary date. It was terrible. Now that we're clearing the table.
Terrible?
Yeah.
I thought clams for dinner is what you wanted.
I'm allergic to seafood.
Well, why did you say, yeah, if you want it, that's fine?
Because in the heat of passion, you do things for love. I threw up in the bathroom. I took my EpiPen, and I took one for the team. But you can't do the same.
I don't love hearing the every time that you have to eat seafood.
You know what? Maybe this quarantine has taught us something, okay? So you can take your stupid abstract music, and I'll take my original paintings, and don't talk to me during this period.
Have fun with your abstract art.
It's original!
Go do stuff with your closet. Just leave the laptop.
Is she prettier than me? Is that what this is about?
And scene. Okay, awesome, awesome. Hey, guys, that was great. That was great. So we used all the angles. We went low, we went high, because inside of the scene, there were different moments where it was appropriate. There were moments where it was appropriate to be in power position, straight on, close up, wide, okay? So Tyler, your note, looking back, I want you to realize the moments, specifically watching some of the things she did, when she felt like it, she got up to do things, right? So when it became a fight, you no longer have to sit and stare at the screen, okay? When there's moments where you're really in trouble and you feel like you need to, cool. Like, if I really want this chick, but it became a thing where I didn't think he wanted her as much anymore. Like, there was this shift where he was like, well, if I lose you, like, there'll be other girls. Like, I felt that. Did you feel that?
Yeah, for sure.
So with that being the case, I don't think he would lock in and go like, let me save this right now. Right? So he could fight and he could go up and go do other things and sometimes come to the screen when he wants to hit a point, right? But doesn't have to stay right there. Doesn't have to do that. Can pick it up. And again, next week when we have phone, you'll be able to like come up here and do different things and pull it right here. And like, there's so much more exploration. And again, with mine, I went and tested all kinds of locations inside of my space that I could set the phone up against. Tested lighting in those spaces and was ready to go 9 different places in my room and went to 2 of them, maybe 3. But they were all there. They were options, and it ended up not being right. I just switched up a couple angles inside of those 3 spots, and it worked. So, good work. Look back at some of those angles. The emotions were really great. The exploration. The other small note, Tyler, is look out for talking about the stuff a little bit. It became no longer about the shellfish and the allergic and that stuff. It became about the 2 of you and her lying and you lying, and that's what we really want to get into also. So in the beginning it was cool, but then we kept going back to stuff from the past. Like now the whole thing is like, are you serious? You literally like were allergic to stuff and you ate it anyway? Like that's like a crazy thing to do. You know, and then you call her crazy, then that really heats her up. And like you just keep saying things that heat her up because again, you don't really care that much to stay with her. And the more info you get, the crazier it seems. And then if that was the end, you both would just sign off and hang up. Boom, done. Okay, good. So Elizabeth, way to start exploring. This is the first time you've explored in this way. How'd it feel?
As soon as I think it was like inspired by me and my boyfriend's fight. So I was like, okay, we're in fighting mode. So what do I do? And usually I'm the first one to get up and just start
physicalizing. Yeah, that's natural. So again, I believe I accidentally walked into a fight. That's what happened. So watch it back, notice that, and why you use those angles will be different depending on if you're in a fight or if it's a love scene. Like a different one might be you start somewhere, and this is what my mind was going originally, Tyler, was like he was going to start like, it was going to serenade her and she was going to love it and then like start doing little like poses from there and like there was going to be this cute thing that they were trying to do and it probably wasn't going to work. But like that's where I imagined it. Then it took a turn and she explored other things. That's how improv works, right? So cool. Everyone watch those angles, learn from those. I can't wait to put up some more scenes next week. This is going to be great. Okay.
Awesome.
Good work, guys.
Thank
Good job, Elizabeth. You're awesome.
Thank you. Good job, Tyler. You're awesome.
Okay. Next, we're going to bring in Connor. And we are going to bring in, let's see.
Hey, Connor.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Connor and Nick. I believe everybody else is gone, according to this. And if I missed anybody, we'll have you go again in the main group. So you just did your hair up. Is there a reason for that? I'm curious.
No, I just there was some hair falling down, so I wanted to adjust.
Good call, good call. I was just curious. I mean, Miss wears a wig for her character. I just wanted to see. I mean, there's intelligent choices to
I was gonna bring
everything.
out the wig.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to think of what I was going to be tonight.
Good. Well, release it, okay? Because here's the thing. We're both going to come up with angles. This is going to be something totally crazy, out there, different. We're going to explore it, okay?
Okay.
You are both superheroes, okay? Both superheroes. So we'll create that sort of power angle, and we'll be able to move around and explore different things, okay? We're superheroes, and we're having a sort of meeting over the phone, right? So think about it this way. The people who are super wealthy and super successful, right? Super successful, like really, really next level. They hang around each other, right? Because they have the same lifestyle. They do the same things. They go to the same restaurants, right? It's the way it is, okay? Superheroes who are both heroes and very successful, you find that they're hanging out with the same thing, right? You don't see Superman just hanging out with some kid at the coffee shop, like, unless he's going to serve that kid and help that kid in some way. So you're both superheroes. That doesn't mean you're necessarily saving the day right now, okay? You both are just superheroes who are just on a FaceTime call together for some reason. I don't want to know what that is. I want you guys to create that. Both create a superhero pose for yourself. Find a way to do that.
Okay.
Find that superhero angle. That's that low angle. Yeah. Power angle. Good. Here we go. Create a voice in your mind for that character. And 3, 2, 1, action.
Well, hello, Morgana. I killed 13 cyborg robots today. Just thought I'd pass that along.
Thatcher, you have a little bit of blood in your beard.
Oh, well, that's good because it reminds me of the day's work.
I usually like to wax my beard. But Thatcher, I've kind of gotten a little nervous about this whole thing.
Nervous? Tell me about it.
Well, I'm just nervous that there might be some, evil peep out there watching in on our video call.
Well, they might be drawn to your extremely evil lair that you live in for being a superhero.
Well, it's the whole point of my lair is to make people think that it's evil when I'm actually a good person.
You have always smarter than me, Morgana. Always smarter. Always had the wit.
Oh, Thatchy. So funny. Well, anyways, so have you gotten to Get Out lately?
Well, there's this whole lockdown thing going on, so I try to fly above it, and look down on the streets. Nobody really to help, though. Nobody out there.
Well, what do you say you come by my house tomorrow?
Well, I can do that.
Shouldn't take you very long. Shouldn't take you too long.
About 7 seconds, but I might have to destroy some supervillains along the way. Would you like me to bring their heads to you?
Don't collect heads, but you can leave them at my door.
Well, you do collect the left foot?
Okay,
right
good. I'll pause for a second. So I love the characters. I challenged you guys, right? Threw you both in a totally left field type situation. I have a question for you. Which superhero was more intimidating and powerful?
Probably Thatcher.
That's his, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Now I want to talk about the why. Why?
Maybe because you could feel more of like what he was talking about killing and stuff like that, and wasn't really speaking on that.
Yep, that's part of it. Nick, what do you think?
The angle, the voice I was doing, you know, and just like what I was stuff I was saying, type of stuff I was saying.
Yes. Okay. And that the confidence that sort of came from it too. So we started in this superhero angle, which is great. So this is a good example of this. Okay, Connor. And then your character got softer a little bit. Right? There's Batman and then there's Robin. and Robin's great. Like, Robin's great. Like, great. But there's Batman and then there's Robin. They're both superheroes, both cool, but Batman's Batman and Robin's his sidekick. Like, let's be honest with each other, right? Yes. There's just different energies. There's always the question, Batman or Superman, and we talk about battles and different things if you're a superhero nerd or whatever, right? But you go, and if you were like, let's put Superman against like, I don't know, like, if you've ever seen like Mystery Control, like, a superhero that just doesn't even exist, right? So Forkman, and he has the power to move forks with his mind and like stab people with. Who's gonna win? Superman's gonna kick his ass, right? Just destroy him. But they're both superheroes. So what happened was there was an open softness that sort of came out in you, Connor. And like you were inviting him over, and he didn't really want to go. Like, it was clear. Yeah. So in a sense, I even got sometimes like there's a rivalry between Batman and Superman, even though they're friends. They're also enemies at the same time. Like, it's this weird thing. I saw this, like, he's powerful, and you're powerful too, but you really just want him to kind of hang out and be around you. And he's like, so then did you sense that, Nick?
To be honest, not until you said it. No, I didn't realize.
So that's that hyper listening. Because if you watch back, I want you to look for both of you moments. There was a moment where that kind of shifted. And at that point, Connor, you can feel free to bring the phone down and sort of shift your energy a little. Because in improv, we're figuring this out as we go, right? So you could start power and try and be intimidating, and then we realize that he is way more powerful. You've said some things that soften you. Let me just still be a superhero, still be powerful more than a normal person, but he's way more than I am, and I'm trying to convince him to come to my house, to just have dinner with me. Like, that'd be really great. He's like, I got some more heads to destroy, and I'd love to, but I like, in that moment, it reminded me of Thor. Like, I'd love to stay on Earth, but I've got things to do back on, like I've got to go, you know, like, love to be here, love you guys, bye, kind of deal. And so if we can pick up on those little things, we can play with that and notice to switch that angle, because I felt that a little. And then through the angle, you can help us feel it too, if we notice it, right? Okay, good, good. And Nick, just pay attention to those subtle things, because our angles now that we're playing with them are great. I loved when you picked up the phone, Connor. That was awesome. Okay, cool. I threw a total challenge at you guys, and you guys took it on. Nice work.
Nice job, Connor.
Woo,
Good
Connor.
job.
Super Connor. All right, I'm going to bring everybody back in. Gonna be on mute real quick.
He has the power to move forks with his mind and like stab shit. Now, we're playing with him. Okay. Challenges you guys.
Why does it always do that?
Nice job, Connor.
Okay, let's all turn off our live real quick. First off, did anybody miss, or did we all did a scene, correct? Okay, just double checking. All right, so now we're gonna talk about some of these. So let's go towards our Zoom. Shut off all our lives. Gonna go through it. I want to just quickly talk about what we took out of it. Okay, we're gonna apply this next week. I want you to just start exploring with these. I'll correct if I notice moments, but I want you to take initiation. I want next week to be a get up and go. Create characters, framing, exploration, and just go. Like the way that I was like, Dakota, Alicia, go. Like, pick an angle, go. Pick an angle, go. The angles are going to help you see where the other person is. It's a great form of framing. And then we just pick up and go. Pick up and go, pick up and go. Okay? So, I'm going to unmute here, so let's all just be aware of that. I'll mute if anybody's live is still on and call on them. Sounds like we're good. Okay. What did we take out of today?
Angles are everything.
Okay, tell me about that, Elizabeth. You had a big breakthrough today in that way.
Thank you. I think Emotions are obviously we know them like the back of our hand. It's more important to have the emotions, but the emotions in the wrong angle can be perceived differently, but emotions in the right angle can hit the nail on the head and send it through.
Totally. Love that. Awesome.
For me, as soon as I was like somewhat given my angle, because you told Hannah to go the like a or below angle, so to seem more dominant, I instantly went to like the less dominant angle, and I instantly found my character. So it was like good to find my character right away.
Awesome. It's just like space work, guys. Because now we have like objects we can use, and there's a form of improv we do within space work. We're working it sort of like sketch right now, and that you get to use things like your piano in your room. Okay. So yes, Truman, using that angle will tell a story right away without me having to go, I'm your dad, and you're what, like, you already know what type of position I am. We don't know exactly the relationship, but I know your power. I know you're submissive. Okay, good. What else? Yeah, Mom.
I think that, especially today in my scene, the listening on the second round when we went through and I came back into the scene after I'd left it, to be even more of a better listener to understand.
Yes. And again, it with beyond the listening to that small thing and putting that phone down, it changed everything. It gave Nick so much to deal with there, right? So awesome. Good.
Do not second guess your decisions.
Definitely.
Okay.
Dakota.
If partner changes, you have to change.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's core elements of your character that can stay, you know? You can't change your point of view on the world, right? But if they change you in a way, or if the relationship goes away from what you imagined and it hadn't been stated yet, you have to change with it, right? Good, Dakota, good. It's all about adapting. That's the beauty of improv. If you adapt and accept, we create something beautiful. If we don't adapt and we try and stay with our idea, we get stuck. And then the beauty of improv that is a two-person scene, that is two ideas being generated into one glorious one that one couldn't possibly come up with, goes away. And that's what makes improv so special. Awesome. Okay. Good work tonight, everybody. Good work. So I'm going to close out real quick, say goodbye to our live audience.
Bye, live audience.
Bye, live audience. Everyone say bye to the live audience. Thank you guys for being here tonight. We love